Hey, welcome back. This is Dave Usher. We're glad you stopped by to see us. Those that are subscribers, welcome back again. And we're gonna. Yesterday, I spoke a little bit about uh, doing finishing my pictures that I have in stock here and back in the warehouse here. And I'm going to work on this one. It's a 24 by 36 on canvas, and it's a pretty big picture. I started mountains and some trees that I'm going to finish here, and maybe some water, a little bit more green in the water. Uh, the sky, I'm going to just leave that right now. But let's get started. Remember, I said I was going to let you see it, the picture that I started yesterday. Um, and this was a 9 by 12, 9 by 12, and it was on 117-pound paper. And it was a colored for watercolor, but I used acrylic on there, so it turned out pretty good. Let's get a little closer look here. Uh, so you can use your paper. Don't let it fool you. I mean, you don't have to go and buy expensive things to get started. But let's see what I can do with these mountains just a little bit. I got some colors here. I'm going to use about 7 colors today, if I can get to it in time and not take too much time. I'm going to try to see what I can do with. I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to start coming down here, and I'm using that flat brush like this one right here. It's about an inch flat brush, and I'm going to try to do these mountains just a little lighter in some areas, and make it look like it's a lot of boulders and a lot of cliffs in this picture. So let's see what we can do with it. And I'm going to come on down like this, and I just kind of spot it around. And I come on down, and we'll use some solid black here in a few minutes. But let's get started. There's some snow on the mountain. We're going to fix some of that. Let me get a little brown in here and see what we can do with that. And as we're coming down, you can see the mountains taking shape. I'm going to come on down here. Be very careful when you're. This is one of the pictures I started, and I got called doing something else, and so I just stuck it aside. It's probably a pretty. It's probably about 8, 9 weeks since I got on to. So it's adhered. I didn't put on the finishing wax. I usually put finishing wax on my pictures, but we'll see how it comes out, and if it turns out okay, we'll go ahead and put the finishing wax. And I already have on the back a hanger, a wire rope hanger. So it's coming along pretty good. So sometimes I work pretty fast, and other times I try to do it a little slower because of different features in the picture. And let's come on over here and darken it up a little bit in this area. And it's just a matter of doing what you possibly can to save a picture And if you want to sell it, you want to make sure it's done as the best you could, and the people like it. Matter of fact, I want whoever's watching me out there today, I want you to go ahead and leave some comments. I would appreciate it very much. It would help me in deciding what else I'm going to be doing. If you'd like to see some uh, other canvases, sizes, and so on, and you can also do some supporting by going to my website and maybe see something you like to buy. But that's not what I'm trying to do today. I'm just trying to get some of this features down here, and some of these mountains are kind of jaggedy, and you have some cliffs. If you want to make a cliff, you just add a little of this, and you come down. It's like this, and it looks, bring it on down, and you want to make sure that you try to make it conform, uh, and so let's keep it on. Let's keep it on. I have two of my stands here. I don't stand up most of the time doing my painting because of my, getting old and all. But I seem to work a lot better sitting at an area that is comfortable. I told you, I think yesterday on that I have a 5 by 12, I think I said, studio, which I'll show you everything I got lined up in time as time goes on. I'm going to lighten it up a little bit because here comes some more cliffs, and it's coming down like so, and come on down, come around, and let it just make itself do what it wants to do here. Okay, we're coming along pretty good, and using this bigger brush, I'm trying to utilize it as much as I possibly. I add a little brown there because some of the rocks and formations you're going to see a little brown in the rocks, and depends on the formation of the mountain and so on. So there's a lot of artists out there that can do beautiful mountains, and but I try to do my own thing here, and come down like so, and on a canvas now you can you try to make it as realistic as possible, and I'm going to come back to the snow in the mountains and kind of shade it a little bit as I go on, and you'll see how it's coming down, and I make a little cliff and another cliff coming down, and a little bit of white and a little bit of blue on that, and just let it come on down, and I mix my colors as I go along, and I try to make it look as good as I possibly can. Here comes the cliff across the top and across here and down, and it's coming along pretty good. So let's keep it rolling, and I hope everybody's having a good day out there. It's 25 minutes to 6 here in good old Southport, North Carolina, and the sun's still out. It was a beautiful day. I hope it was beautiful where you're watching from. I get people from Ireland and people all around over the country, different continents, looking New Zealand, uh, Ireland, Australia. There's some there's some good artists in Australia. I know a few. They do a wonderful job in their work. So it's coming along pretty good. Let's keep it rolling. Down here. You dug it down, going down. Just kind of watch your trees if you're still working on the trees. I'm just coming in here like so. And I'm going to let that dry in a little while. So we're going to maybe cut it off. The picture so I can blow it off so you don't have to wait around and watch me blow it off. But we'll see how it goes. And down, you see this is right in here is going to be a little darker. I'm going to kind of darken this a little bit because this is the water coming down, doing a little waterfall here. And let's come on over here and come on down on the side. And, all right, it's looking pretty good. Now I'll show you how I'm going to lighten some of the areas, making darker some areas, and a little bit more black. And come on down. And these are trees right here that are climbing the mountain. And the trees go up the side of a mountain sometimes, don't they? You can see them all over the country, and they make a beautiful scene. And let's come on down here and bring it over. And make it a point right there. And come on down and just let it flow. And cut it off right there. And now, I'm going to do some trees here. Let's use that brush a little bit and go on over let's see how we're doing. Yeah, okay, and I'm going to make a dark over here. Come on down. I'm going to let it dry and set up a little bit. And let's get a little black over here. And come on down. I'm going to throw in another cliff here, right about here. And this is a mountain a little further off. So remember what I said the last time about mountains being, let me get a little white here, and come over here with the cliff, and come on down, come around, and let's follow it through with the points here, and it's coming down, and that's your cliffs. A little bit more black, and it's just talking down, and that's your cliff area. Now you want to make some, come down, something like lighten it up a little bit, on down. All right, now let's come on over here. I'm going to do a little cliff work over here. And lighten it up with a little bit of white. And let's get a little black And just take them in there like that. And okay, I'm going to stop right there on that. I'm going to put this brush away, my brush, put it down in the water. Now we're going to make a change in brushes. I'm going to work on some of these trees to lighten them up, darken them up a little bit. I'm going to use three different colors. I tried it, making just a little bit larger. And let's see. And I might use a bigger brush here in a few minutes. But there we go. With these little push brushes, I find that I love them because you can get what you want to get with them. Now see, that is drying already because I have fans running, and in the background has come on down. I'm going to get rid of some of the yellow in there, but yeah, just a little bit. And over here. And try to do as much as I possibly can here with this brush. And come up here. In the forest, especially down near the water edges, you always find rich trees. I was trying to lay a background with these trees because I didn't want to leave it just like that, but that's the way it turned out. So add a little lighter, come on down. It's the tree in front of a tree. Come on down. And let it down. There we go. Notice I'm making a little, the reason why I left it smaller is because laying that background and there at the very beginning, and just sort of shine through and make it, I'm going to lighten it up just a little bit. There we go. Now we'll darken up a little bit. Bring it up a little bit. There you go. It's coming in. All right. And that's in. Here we go. Now when you do these trees, and the top of them is going to be, you'll see the branches branching out. So that comes at a later time here, after it settles down and starts getting, you'll see the transformation here of the trees. So, and then we go in and I'll put our limbs and so on. Depends on how much time I'm going to have here. But we're still rolling. Some time back, remember, I used to have a lot of problems. Just starting out with doing tutorials and you learn new things and how to set up your camera and get as much. Depends on what you're doing. If you're doing what I'm doing, and you have some new ideas and you want to put them on YouTube, just get you a name that is compatible and try to search out the names and see if you can use that name without a lot of problems, because you pick up when people go to, especially your handle, when you use your handle, they can find it pretty well. But if like I used art at 87, and here a fella on there, his birthday, he was 87 years old, just like I was, but it was another fella named Art. His real name was Art. My name, as far as my candle, is of course Art at 87 plus, because I figure, hey, I'm not always going to be 87, right? But you can always find me through using Art at 87 plus and Dave on end. So there we go. Now we're coming in. I'm going to lighten it up just a little bit here and just make those trees look like they're really doing good here. Let's sit back and look at it. Yeah, I do that often. I'll sit back and look and see if it really looks presentable. And lighten up a little bit. Come on down. I'm going to get a little dab of yellow. Put in here, and you'll see different colored trees. And not always look the same. I try to make my trees look lively, look bright, and of course with acrylic, when you do acrylic, you can always make something look brighter and happier. Like our friend used to say, happy trees and happy mountains, and you know who I'm talking about. He was a great painter, great impressionist, very good in mountains and things like that. So see that I'm coming up, and that the mountains, the paint on those mountains are already dry. Now I'm coming over here. This is where I'm going to finish off my trees, and I don't want to get too carried away from here. And I'm going to lighten it up just a little bit here. And that's where the trees are finishing up. Okay. Like I say, I'm going to change. I'm going to add all the trunks of the trees here. I don't know if I'll get it all done tonight, but I will keep it and do the rest of it. You can hide that water coming down there just a little bit, not too much. You want to show as much as you possibly can here. And in the background, I'll show you what I'm going to do with those tops of those trees later if I have enough time. If not, you'll, you'll see the next time you come by. All right, a little bit of light. Like I say, these little brushes do a marvelous job. I'm coming down as closely as I can to that. And you don't have to, and try to make them as close as possible, the trees across the banks. You can make full trees, you can make trees that's just jaggedy, it's like it lost a lot of its leaves, and that's normal. Depends on what kind of scene you're doing. You're doing a fall scene, or a spring scene. You can make, just look at your trees out there sometimes. Just go out and kind of peruse, as I would say it, peruse your trees and look at what they look like. And sometimes I capture it, and other times I gotta work my fingers to the bone to get what I want to get. So here we go. We're going around. And coming on around like so. Just bring the trees over. I'm gonna put a little yellow in there and light it up a little bit in the top of it. And see, you can see through there, and you can see the other colors showing through, so that's what you want to get. Now all these little here is more like bushes here in front. We'll work on that and try to make them come alive too. I've been wanting to get it, waiting to do this for at least 6 weeks, maybe a little longer, because it's just been laying there. Every time I pass it, I say, I'm going to try to do that on my website, on my YouTube channel, and try to see if I can capture some things that I didn't capture before. And and bring this up here just all right, it's coming together. Let's see what it looks like in there. Yeah, all right. And you'll see I'm going to darken some of that a little later. And here we go. Yeah, get a little light. And a little darker. You notice I'm using these colors here. Going from one to another. And see what I got. You always try something new. If it looks pretty good, you stay with it, you keep rolling with it. Don't let it get you down. I know a lot of painters. Who's that fella that cut his ear off? Yeah, well, Van Gogh. It can get aggravating, very aggravating. At times, but other times it's so relaxing. Like I said before, it soothes the nerves. Somebody once said, that's a lot of hogwash. Well, you try it. One time you get a big bill from somewhere, and you're doing a little art, and it's scaring you to death, and you don't know how you're going to pay it, and you get all frustrated and so on. But guess what? It all comes out, and your nerves just settles right down. Okay, we're going to stop right there with that. Now let's go to the front. I'm going to kind of just do a little bit of, if I can get around here and you don't see my head too much, get over in this one. Now I'm going to use a little, get a little of that, what did I do with it? I'm going to use a little of this black along with it. And I'm going to darken it up just a little bit. Come in here. And kind of give it a little uplift. And back off a little bit so I can see. Come on down. Come on down. Get a little bit darker down in here. In between your branches, and I'll do some branches and fix that up a little bit too. And there we go. Make it and a little bit of darker green, and come in here. Come on down. I hope you do give me some comments. Please do. Tell me where you're watching me from, and give me some ideas. Take me. Yeah, I've been to several countries in my lifetime, and I've been to New Zealand and Australia, and a lot of different places over there in Puerto Rico and Peru, and a lot of different places. So I'm going to bring that over here like this, all over the country. Venezuela, when it was normalized, I have a little problem there now. Yeah, well, don't want to talk about them right now, but I loved them. I've loved to watch them, and doing different things, and Mexico and New Mexico and the United States, almost every state in the Union, and it's been a real tour. One vacation my wife and I took, and I think it was my mother and my father and my wife's mother, traveled 4,400 miles for our vacation, went everywhere, Colorado, Mexico, New Mexico, and all around. So it was an exciting trip, And I'm going to make it a little darker here and bring this in a little bit. And we're still rolling here. Didn't lose anything. I'll bring it up like come in. And with this darker base here, I'm laying the base, and you'll see the reason why I do this in a minute. A little black down in here, a little shadowy, and let it go down. And come down like that. A little shadowy over here, and come on down. Let's go over here a little bit. And now I'm going to use a little bit of the yellow here, lighten it up, and little green. And remember, these are just bushes. It's not big full trees. Just a little bushes here. A little bit of yellow. Let's hit tip right on the tips, if you possibly can. And up here, a little bit up here. And come on down. Okay. All right. Let's come on over here. And you'll see what I'm going to do with those trees in a little bit. Bushes. And see how this is drying out up here. The mountains is pretty well dry. And now we're going over here and use a little more black and kind of, there's shadows in there, And you'll see what I'm going to do here in a minute. All right, we got that pretty much the way I want it right now. And these are little bushes. They haven't grown up yet. A little bit of black over here. Yes. And a little bit back down here, shadowy. There's supposed to be some snow there, so don't worry about that right now. And just and come on over. And a little bit of black. A little bit of grass there. Not much. A little bit. Yeah. And come on over. Okay, let's go ahead over here and finish up here a little bit. And just let your brush go. All right. That's all I'm going to do right there right now. And you'll see what I'm going to do here in a few minutes. Try to get as much, don't clog up your brush too much. All right, I'm going to put my yellow, green, and brown side there. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to bring this in. This is your rocks coming around. Come on over here. And put it around. Let it do its natural thing here. They try to put some bushes out there, but change my mind a little bit so I can put more of the rock formation and get a little bit of the white. Come on over. Take too much darkness and shadow it. And all right, now let's come on down. And here's the rocks over here. And I'm using that same brush. Same brush. And there we go. It's looking pretty good here. try to make it vivid if you possibly can with what you got. This is the rock formation. A little bit of snow has dropped his fill. And it's touching the ground a little bit. When I would do these out in public, like at a fair or something, I would work as fast. Because people, they'll stand around and look at you and watch you and say, I can do that. Well, hey, let's sign you up. It's folks, you know, it's not as easy as it looks, but you learn. You learn as you go along. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'll bring this over here just a little bit more and kind of make some dark places. And not everything looks the same. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of the white and come in here and kind of lighten it up just a little bit. All right, I'm going to put that aside. Put that in my place here. Now, I'm going to put this brush away. Put it away. Now I'm going to come over here and look for my brush that I used. This is the fan brush. And I'm using a little darker green. And just kind of come in like so. And I'll show you the other brush I'm going to use here in a second. I'm just touching and down here. A little bit of grass that's growing up here. And just kind of touch it, bring it over. And come on down. And make it right about here. Just let it drop over. Let it come on over and just touch it. There we go. See what it looks like in this? Well, it's come along pretty good. All right. Now, I'm going to spot this, put that right back down there again. Now I'm going to use my little brush that I cut off. Now watch what happens with this brush. Remember that brush? It looks jaggedy and old and everything like that. I'm going to come. Here's a little of that. Get a little of that black over here. And mix it in. A little bit of green and a little bit of yellow. A little bit of yellow. A little bit of yellow. If you get too much on there, lighten it up a little bit. Come on over. There we go. See how it's making it look like it's a tree. I mean, not a tree, but a bush. That's what we want. Now come over here with the. It's making its own branches with this brush. See what I'm talking about? See how that does? It's making its own branches. Look at that. Okay. Okay. Come on over. Make its own branch. All right. Come on over. See, it's making its own branch using this brush. Now, whoop. Okay, come on over. Come on down and makes it look like it's trying to grow up, but I'm looking over there. You get a little green, a little black. All right, a little bit of black. All right, let's bring it on down, right about like that. Because some of the, yeah, all right, looking pretty good. All right, I'm going to lighten it up just a little bit up here. All right. Now remember what I said about up here. A little bit of yellow. Lightly touch it. Lightly touch it. See, you can see it happening as I'm just touching these trees. Make sure you don't get too much glob on it. And turn your brush a little bit. Depends on how much branches and stuff you want to put up there. Okay. I'm holding two in my hand, and you can only do that through experience and doing that. A little bit of black here. You can do come down and watch it. Watch it. There we go. See what's happening here. Yeah, it's making its own tree trunks and tree branches, and that's just a normal little brush. You know, cut it off a little bit. And get a little bit of brown in here, maybe. You don't want to do too much up here. A little bit of yellow. You can see the top of the tree branches. Okay. Make sure you use a lot of your yellows and greens, because that way, make sure you use it sparingly. Don't get too much on your brush. But see, it's making its own features there. All right, over here, don't wanna let that go bad. All right, I'm over here. It's a little touch, and let's come over here. All right. Now let's take the sides, the front of the brush. Because it's usually dark back there. Depends on what you're looking at, what you're following through on. And now you're getting your perspective. You come on down here. See your bushes appearing. Get your black. Some of these bushes are dying. Some are still living. I'm going to use a little bit of this here and come on in. All right. I'm going to put this aside. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to put that here and I'm going to put that brush back here. Now, I'm going to go with another brush that I use for mountains, and it's this one right here. And I'm going to get some white. Let's see how many minutes we got. 52 minutes. I don't know. I can't see that too well. And let me see. And it didn't take too long to get that rolling. Okay, I'm going to get my white there. And I'm going to see, you can make white and use a little black to get your gray colors and mountain colors. All right, where's my brush? Here we go. Using white, I'm using, and I'm going to come down that side. Now you jag it. Now you do your coming down with your white, using the same brush. One down the side. And you kind of use the tip over here. Come on down. Because sometimes that snow will cover both sides of the mountain if it just snowed. But when the sun comes out, it will start disappearing on one side. So yeah. There we go. I just took it like this. Just come on down. All right. We're almost finished here, but here comes your water. Come on down. I don't think we're going to be able to finish the water now because of the time. I don't want you to miss your supper. Let me get some more white. Come down. It just snows. And sometimes you'll see the tree lines up there. Once you get some colors in it. And that's good. Go down and something like that. All right, let's come on over here. We're gonna that water coming off of there now. It's coming down, and it's making a kind of like a little wave. You'll see it. There it comes. I'm gonna mix. Remember, I said a little green in there. And it's coming over your rocks. A little bit of green. There we go. Come on down. It's a good good brush to do this. Just come on over. And you can get in there and you can always touch those trees up a little bit. And come on over here. See how I use that brush. Come on over. And let's go over here. And a little bit of white over here. Over there at the bank. And your water is going to be running this way, I think. Depends. All right. When you all come back next time, those that are my subscribers, and go ahead and subscribe so when you come back, I can have most of this done in the trees. A little bit of touch up on the tree areas, and I'm going to put a little bit more white over here. It's a little muddy. It's stirring up the mud as the water comes through there and rushing downstream. So a little bit of white. Yes. A little bit more white. It's rushing downstream. All right. Okay. Come around the corner, like I said. All right. Come on in here. I'm gonna come in there and touch that after a while. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm just gonna give you this is coming up on the bank here. And I'm gonna make it kind of like a bank, and there it is. There we go.
Man.
Okay. Now. Making some more rocks around here. And rock formations. Okay, I think that's all we're going to do right now. Come over here. Make some jagged rocks. All right. All right. I think we're going to call it quits right now, but let's see how many minutes we got. An hour? I've been working on this an hour. Oh my goodness.
At least
All right. Okay. All right, folks. We're going to call it the evening. That's a lot of painting there in an hour's time. So let's turn around here and say good night for the night. Yeah. And remember when I said, you know my saying, I gotta say it, gotta say it. You use your hands and your mind and your heart to do art. And subscribe to my channel and come on back and see the finished product that I'll put up on YouTube next trip around. So tell us where you are, make your comments, look at the links, check out my website, and we'll see you on again soon. So have a good evening and have a blessed one. Goodbye.